Hello, my name is James O'Kenny, and today I'm presenting my research project on HIV and latency reversal agents with a focus on heptose As of 2019, about 38 million people in the world are living with HIV, and prior to the invention of antiretroviral therapies, HIV would go on to progress to AIDS. But with the advent of combined antiretroviral therapy, HIV-positive individuals can live long and healthy lives. And at this time, HIV is treatable, but it is not yet curable. The prime reason for persistence of HIV infection is a provirus being inserted into the cell genome. Once inserted, this is the start of an HIV reservoir. Now, CAR administration results in these HIV-infected cells being transcriptionally silent. This silence goes on to lead to the inability of the immune system to target the virus and/or infected cell. A strategy being developed to try to cure HIV is called the kick and kill strategy. It's a pathway to a functional cure of HIV, and in the kick phase, latency reversal agents are used to cause HIV provirus within infected cells to become transcriptionally active. And now these LRAs must reduce the size of the latent reservoir, and they can't induce global T cell activation. And we won't be focusing on the kill phase at this time given how early on in the research we are at. Now, what are latency reversal agents? These LRAs are compounds that cause latent HIV provirus to become transcriptionally active. And once active, infected cells become visible to the immune system. There are multiple categories of LRAs. And at my group, we have come across a new potential group, a heptose phosphate group. Now, the ones of interest to us are heptose 1,6-bisphosphate, heptose 1-monophosphate, and adenosine diphosphate. The synthesis of these all start with D-mannose, after which we're going to do an acetonide protection, followed by an anomeric PMB protection, followed by another C5-C6D protection. From there, we carry on to do a oxidative cleavage in reaction 4, followed by a Wittig reaction, in which I suggest using a column that's larger than 330 grams, just due to the size of the reaction if you are doing a Wittig reaction and work up in bulk. After that, we went on to do reaction 6, which is a diball reaction resulting in a key intermediate molecule 13, which can be used to produce heptose bisphosphate and heptose monophosphate and ADP hep. Now, this is a general synthetic approach that we are taking, and we are also adding an amino ethyl linker for conjugation onto a gold nanoparticle later on. Now, the methods for carbohydrate synthesis that we've used are so far are NMR, which we use to validate our synthetic products. Then we've used HPLC to purify our HMP linker, and we've been guided by literature for our synthesis conditions. And we've also used SDS-PAGE to purify our nanoparticles. Now, we have decided to conjugate our carbohydrate, our heptose phosphate, onto gold nanoparticles because gold nanoparticles increase cell uptake. And previously, we used mannose phosphate to see if the reaction, if the copper-free click reaction was possible to be done with a carbohydrate and a gold nanoparticle. And the reaction was successful. So this served as a proof of concept for HMP conjugation. And again, we hope that this conjugation with the gold nanoparticle will allow HMP to be taken up by the cell in greater amounts. Now, the objective of our work is to utilize these heptose conjugates to perform cell testing on HCT and glial cells, and then we're going to go on to test and assess the NF-kappa B response. And now, if the NF-kappa B response is great enough, it should cause infected cells to exit latency, which is the function that we want out of a latency reversal agent. So in conclusion, the key to a cure would be reversing latency in these HIV reservoirs, then eliminating these infected cells. And we've come across a potential new category of latency reversal agents called heptose phosphates. And our synthesis was successful, though it requires optimization. And our ultimate molecule, our final product, the HMP conjugated to gold nanoparticles, are projected to increase in cell uptake. I would like to thank you for listening and thank my supervisors along with Parsa and Mimi